Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I will show you how to create an expert advisor that will trade the breakout of previous days high and low. So the idea is pretty simple, but it can be extremely effective. So first of all I will explain the idea further on my screen, and then I will go to my MT5 IDE and I will turn it into an expert advisor. Okay, so I've opened some random chart. It's USDN 1 hour time frame. Let's switch to 50-minute time frame for now, and I've added these time separators or day separators. So now basically these separators separate each day. So this is day 1, this is previous day, and this is day before. Yeah, so pretty simple. And what I will do is that I will trade the breakout of the previous day's highs and lows. So how to do that? Okay, so let's say that we are at this point. Okay, so yeah, I think there is my webcam so you can see it. Okay, so let's say that we are, for example, starting right here. Okay, so this is our, so we started like a new day, okay, and we are somewhere here. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen. We don't see the rest of the chart. We are at this point and the new day started. So what the EA will do is that when there will be a start of a new day, which is happening right here, it will find the highest point of the previous day, which is right here at this wick, okay, as you can see, and it will also find the lowest point of that previous day, which is right here. And then the idea is extremely simple. Once the price goes either above or below one of these levels, it will open the position, okay, so it will be either buy position or sell position. So yeah, so for example here, yeah, you can see that the price went below this previous day's lowest point, so we would open a sell position here. And yeah, then the price will either go back, so in this case we would probably lose money, or it will continue to fall down, and in that case we would make money. So yeah, this is basically the idea, and it's nothing fancy, to be honest with you, but in my experience, like trading these breakouts of some important price levels, it can be really, really huge. Of course, what we can also do is that we don't have to limit ourselves to the highest and lowest point of the previous day. We can, for example, analyze the last 2 or 3 or 4 days to find that high or low. So for example, if we were to analyze the last 2 days, so if we are here, so this is the previous day, this is the day before that, then the highest point would be at this point and the lowest point would stay the same. So yeah, we would just like change the levels, but yeah, it's not important for the explanation part. Okay, so let's do this. So I will go to my MT5 IDE, which is right here. I will go to the experts folder, YouTube folder, and I will create a new file. So expert advisor, and let's call this, let's call it day break EA. Okay. I won't specify any parameters at this point. I will do everything later. Yeah, I will do everything later. Okay, so let's click on next. And here, yeah, I have this on timer checked from the previous video, I guess. So I will just uncheck this because we don't need on timer function for this EA. I will click on next and finish. And this is our EA. So yeah, let's start with the obvious stuff. So include trade / trade.mqh, and now let's do ctrade. And now also do ask and bid. Perfect. Okay, so this is obviously the most basic stuff that we have to declare before starting with the coding part, because we will be needing all of this later. Okay, so now I will create an input integer called days analysis. Let's call it like this, which will basically say how many days we want to analyze, like to get the highest and lowest points. So if you remember, when I explained the concept, I said that we can like analyze the previous day, but we don't have to limit ourselves only to the previous day, and we can go, for example, back 2 days or 3 days and 4 days. So for example, if I input here number 4, that means that I will go back 4 days and I will find the highest point among those 4 days and the lowest point as well. So yeah, I will try to do or make this EA as dynamic as possible. Okay, so days analysis. And for now, this is all we need to do. So on tick function, yeah, let's start with the onTick function. I will also delete on init function because we don't need it, and I will also delete these comments. Okay, so let's go step by step. So the first step is to find out whether the new day started or not. Okay, because if you remember, we want to like search for these price levels only when the new day started. So first of all, by doing this, we will we won't open multiple positions on the same day, which is something we want to avoid. So only one position per day. And yeah, let's just keep it nice and simple and very clean. Okay, so what we have to do now is that, okay, so I will create MQL datetime variable called time, and I will just call time current, and I will pass the time variable into it. So now what happens is that by doing so, I can basically check, for example, the current day. Yeah, so when I call this, like it will spit out some integer variable which will be like based on the index of the current day we are working with. Yeah, I can also access day of week, day of year. I can also access, for example, hour, minute, second. Yeah, but we won't be needing this. What I will need is that I will need the current day. So let's create an integer variable called current day ID, which will be equal to the time.day. Okay, so let's just say that like this will be day number, I don't know, 40, this is 41, this is 42. Yeah, it will basically update by 1 with every new day. And then I will create a static integer variable called last day ID, which is equal to 0. And then I can say, so if current day ID, if last day ID is not the same as the current day ID, meaning that I have not done anything on the start of a new day, okay, I will, first of all, I will update the last day ID to the current day ID, and this is basically where I will search for those high and lows and place the pending positions or orders. Okay, so this basically makes sure that I only execute this this inside of this if else statement on every new day. Okay, so I won't execute it twice for the same day. Yeah, and let's continue. So now I have to find the highest point and the lowest point. So just to make things very simple and very, very clean and clear, I will do this in 2 steps. Like I could do this in 1 step, but yeah, as I said, let's do it simple. So let's do it in 2 steps. So first of all, I have to find an ID of a bar that I need to use. So I will do highest index and lowest index. And now, so let's just do this, and let's now do this. So highest index is equal to I dot highest for the current symbol. And now I won't be using the current period. I will be using period day 1. Yeah, because now I am working with days. So this will make my life much more simple, because otherwise I would have to convert or I would have to calculate how many bars of the current period is equal to the, for example, 2 days or 3 days, and I can just use this period day 1 and it will be very simple for me. Sorry. Okay, so now mode high, so I'm looking for the highest point. Count will be equal to days analysis and starting at position 1, I guess. Okay, so this will basically return the index of the highest of the bar with the highest price. Yeah, which I can use later. And now I will do the same thing for the lowest index, but now I'll just do the lowest instead of the highest. Current symbol period day 1, mode low, and days analysis and 1. Okay, and now I can get the actual values. So double, yeah, because it's going to be like a price. Okay, and let's just say highest point or highest price, which will be equal to I high for the current symbol, period day 1 as well, and now highest index, and double lowest price is equal to I low, symbol, period day 1, lowest index. Okay, so this works. So now what I have to do is that, yeah, so now I have my highest price and my lowest price. So now, now I can use this information to set the buy stop and sell stop orders. So let me explain this further. So here on my MT5, I have highlighted these highest and lowest points. Okay, so let me just bring this back to the highest point for the previous day. And yeah, so there are basically two things I can do. The first thing is that I can wait for the price to go either above or below and then place the buy or sell position, yeah, order. Or I can set buy stop and sell stop orders at the start, and then I don't have to do anything, because yeah, it will open the positions automatically when the price hits those price levels. This second approach is much more simple, so I will do that. So let's do it. So trade buy stop volume. Now let's don't worry about volumes. Let's just set 0.1. Price is the highest price. Symbol is current symbol. Now stop loss. Okay, so let's deal with the take profit and stop loss later. Let's just say highest price minus, I don't know, 500 points. Okay, take profit will be highest price plus 500 points, just to keep the 1-to-1 ratio. And now order time. Now this is basically when the order will expire. So I think I haven't really discussed this, but I guess the logical thing to do here is that the order will expire at the start of a new day. So for example, if we place a buy stop here, and as you can see, the price does not go above this price level, this buy stop, which is this red line, will be deleted at the start of a new day. So right here. Okay, so I guess this makes sense. So what I will do is that I will say, so now I need to get the starting time of the current day. So let me do this here. So date time, day start time will be equal to I time symbol period day 1 and 0. Okay, so this is it. And okay, and then what I can do here basically is that I will pass it here, and yes, sorry. So I can yeah, pass it here, and let's just say plus 24, which is for an hour, and every hour has 3,600 points. So yeah, this is good. So now basically what I'm saying is that this pending order will be automatically deleted at the start of a new day, which is all right. And now let's just do the same for the sell stop. So sell stop. Now let's just change this to the lowest price. Let's change this to the lowest price plus 500 points. Lowest price minus 500 points, and day start time, this stays the same. So if I okay, so I've done something wrong here. Let me just try to replace this by time current, because in theory, like, we will execute this exactly at the start of a new day, so this should work. Okay, so why doesn't this work? Well, it might be like a stupid mistake I am missing here. So bullshit sell stop. Let's try this. Cannot convert enum. Yeah, it's a it's a very stupid mistake. I forgot to add one argument here. It's enum. So first of all, we need to specify order good time specified. Yeah, and now it should work. Okay. Perfect, and now it's okay. So I think this should be enough, because yeah, it has everything it needs to have. So let's just check it. So daybreak EA, so I'll go back here, I will open my strategy tester, let's find my YouTube folder, and daybreak EA is right here. So let's test this. So let's enable visual mode, just so we can see what's happening basically, and it immediately opens new orders, and that's because, like, when we deploy it, yeah, there hasn't been like a previous day. So we start, and this is correct, and you can see sell stop is at the lowest point, buy stop is at the highest point. So everything's okay so far. And yeah, so we open sell position, which goes to the profit. Nice. And now it should delete this previous buy position, which it did. And now it places new buy stop at the highest point here and new sell stop at the lowest point here. So this works really, really well. And I am very happy to see this. Well, yeah, so there's one thing I haven't thought about here. Oh, well, okay, so let's just analyze what happened here. So we opened this buy position, and then new day started right here, and we opened immediately new buy position. This is because basically the closing price of the previous day was the same as the highest price. Okay, so basically there was a buy stop placed, but it was so close to the current price that we immediately triggered the pending position, and we opened buy position. So like this is also correct, and I think this works really well. Like this is also correct because this was the previous low. This works also correct. This is also correct because this is previous low. So far we are executing exactly what we should execute. Yep. So I am very happy with this. I am very happy. Okay, so let's start. Let's check what will happen when I, for example, change this to 2. So now we are checking back last 2 days to find highest and lowest values. So let's just check if this works correctly. So we started right here. So this is our first day, second day. The highest point is right here, which is correct. Lowest point is right here, which is correct. So yeah, this seems legit. I am really happy, to be honest, because yeah, it works on the first try, which is very rare in my in my case, but this looks super solid. So you can see new day started, highest point is right here, lowest point is right here, everything works as it should. Well, I think there's no need for more visual mode because we checked together that this is correct. So let's just try and run this without the visual mode just to see how it will perform. Yeah, it's not nice, but the thing is that we didn't like there are so many ways we can improve. So first of all, take profit stop loss. If you want to like really focus on this EA, and I would advise you to do so, you can try different take profit stop losses. You can try dynamic targets. You can try, for example, aiming for the next highest and lowest point. Like there are so many ways to improve this, but just for the sake of keeping this video very short and not complicated, I will just do the classic take profit points and stop loss points. Okay, so it will be static, and yeah, it will work like this. So let's just take this and replace it here, and here just let's replace these values with take profit points variable, and yeah, so very simple. So now what will happen when I, for example, change take profit to 100, stop loss to 500? Yeah, now it's profitable. You can see that the plot isn't real nice, but yeah, it's profitable, and I really like this. Let me check how long this video is. 23 minutes. This is okay. Well, so let's analyze what we see here. So the good thing is that it trades really often. As you can see, we execute a lot of positions. Like if you check the backtest, it was 900 positions, which is really nice. And yeah, like this is not bad. Like this should work like really well in a trending condition. So I think it was right here. You can see that we are opening a lot of buy positions here, and since the price goes up, we profit from it. So this is very nice. Let's do something a little bit more crazy, and let's set 5 days. Like, or do you know what? Let's optimize this. So we will start with 1 day, step 1 day to 10 days. Yeah, and since I don't have any, yeah, can I use it? Perfect. And let's just like see what will happen. So it seems like, yeah, those 2 days were the best. Okay, why not? We can also try to optimize for take profit and stop loss. So let's say take profit 100, increase by 50 to 500 points, and stop loss 200, increase by 100 to 1000 points. Okay, so let's just see how how this will work with optimized take profit and stop loss. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. Yeah, we are seeing some good profits, to be honest. So this seems to work really well. And yeah, why not? Why not? I, I like what I see so far, to be honest. I like what I see. Okay, so let's try this one. So this seems to be the most profitable setting. Like you can see that the curve of this plot isn't nice. Yeah, it's not like a steady curve going upside, but yeah, it's very simple EA, almost without any features. Like if you want to be really serious about this, add trailing stop, break even, time filter, dynamic targets. You can add much more. Is my webcam okay? Yeah, it should be okay. Sorry. Yeah, so you can like add so many features to this, which will definitely improve the performance of this EA. So yeah, just do it. I think a very good thing here, like to add, would be like a trend filter. So as I said before, this EA will be very good in trending conditions to either side, let's say, because yeah, it will just open a lot of positions that way, and I think the profits can be really nice. But that's just like my suggestion. So let's try to optimize this for USD yen, which I think is a very volatile currency pair. So it should perform a little bit better, I guess. And from the backtests, yeah, we can see that the highest profit factor is 1.79, which is higher than the highest profit factor for the GBP/USD. Yeah, so as I said, this looks really nice. And also a very nice thing here is that yeah, the take profit points and stop loss points is almost the same. So when you have 1-to-1 RRR, yeah, let's just test this, and it looks like this. This is really solid. Wow, this is nice. Let's try to backtest this from the 2015 just to check if this is just like a luck. Well, it's let's do one more optimization for the last 10 years, and then I will end this video. And it seems okay. So this is really interesting. So I will say that the concept of this EA is definitely good. Yeah, like it does make sense in my opinion, because yeah, why not? You can see that over the last 10 years, it can be profitable with RRR almost 1-to-1, or even with take profit higher than stop loss points, which is really nice. And what you can also try to do is that instead of using buy stop and sell stop, you can use buy limit and sell limit. So you are basically saying that when the price goes above the highest point, you want to sell, and when the price goes below the lowest point, you want to buy. Yeah, so it can be like a mean reverting EA as well. So let's test this. So this seems to be the most profitable thing. Yeah, and like, this is nice, to be honest with you. This is really nice. So now the last thing to check is how this will perform with every tick based on the real ticks, because one thing is testing on 1 minute HLC, which is fast, but yeah, let's test this. Well, like my guess is that since this looks like the take profit and stop loss are pretty high, you can see like the distance of take profit is 250 points, and for sell it's probably 300 points or something like this. The every tick based on the real ticks should not interfere with the results from 1 minute to HLC that much. Yeah, it should be more or less the same. So let's just check it. Yeah, and it is basically. So this is really nice. And this is exactly what I was talking about prior. Yeah, you can see huge trend by a lot of buy positions. So buy position, Yeah, this is really solid. Yeah, this is nice. This is really, really nice. I think this EA was much better than I expected. So I guess I will do some modifications to it just to see how it can perform. And yeah, I like this a lot. I really do. Wow, this is perfect. Okay, so thank you very much. This will be end of this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.